What makes a successful impact investment? Mr. Anil Goyal is the founder and CEO of CapSavvy Consultants Private Limited. Over to you, Mr. Anil, for your session.
Thank you very much, Aparna, and thanks everyone at GCIIT. So can I share my screen, Aparna?
Yes, you can.
So, my screen is visible to all.
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, great. So good evening, friends. A very happy evening from India. This is Anil Goyal, founder and managing director of CapSavvy. So first of all, I would like to congratulate entire team at GCPIT, that is Global Council for Promotion of International Trade, to create such a wonderful global platform which aims to transform the future of business and industry through sustainable business best practices. And thank you, Santosh, and thank you, Ms. Aparna, once again, and the entire team at GCPIT for providing me this opportunity for me to share my views and experience on this global forum about key success factors for impact investing. So here we go. Let us summarize what I would be covering for today. So I'll be talking brief about myself again and a little about my company, CapSavvy. Then I'll be talking about what is impact investment and which all funds who invest into impact projects, what are the preferred sectors for impact projects, and then I'll be sharing a snapshot of financial performance of impact project and check whether such projects have met financial expectations of the investors. And we all have few myths and misconceptions about impact investing projects. So I'll be sharing few clarifications on impact projects. Then I'll be sharing few examples of impact project undertaken in India and large scale, and that they have been doing extremely good. Taking such examples, I would be summarizing key success factors that can sustain impact projects. And then few examples of CapSavvy, where we are presently working on impact projects with private investors. So brief about myself, I am Anil Goyal, a rank holder chartered accountant from India and certified business strategist from Indian Institute for Management, Bangalore. I have about 25 years of experience working into various financing and business strategies. I've worked on several impact projects covering education, health, infrastructure at Maxis Education, ILFS, IDPI, and Marine Life Science. Recently, Marine Life Science received funding of $210 million for its medical business expansion. And during my tenure of past 25 years, I have been part of funding of 13,000 odd crore, that is $2 billion, from various development financial institutions, which include the Asian Development Bank, Indian financial institutions, banks, and many private equity funds. The overall project outlay for these projects involved 35,000 crore, that is $5 billion. I'm an expert in Harvard business model of institutional voids, that is analysis, which during my study at Harvard on entrepreneurship in developing countries. Brief about my company, CapSavvy. We have been involved in managing projects worth rupees 3,000 crore, that is $500K, and we are working on impact investing projects. We are primarily focusing on startup advisory and funding, and we have been working with pool of investors in India and globally. Our company is managed by a highly professional board and a team spread across India and globe. Let us understand what is impact investing or the impact projects. So basic definition of impact investment is that the investments made with the intention of generating social or environmental projects or the impact alongside the financial returns. So it is not just the burning of the money on the social impact, but financial return is also the aim for impact investment. That means there is an involvement of financial return along with social and environmental impact makes impact investments. So the fact is that 88% of the investment made by investors exceeded their expectations in terms of returns, and the average return on impact investment is 6.4%. Major sectors for impact investments are healthcare, education, energy, and agriculture. And these sectors are expected to grow rapidly due to increased involvement of impact investments now. Impact investments have attracted a wide variety of investors, both individual investors. So these are the funds who can invest in impact projects. There are a few pension funds in India and abroad as well. Few insurance funds who have been investing. Recently, our client has got funding for the insurance from the insurance fund based in US. And there are few development financial institutions, banks, and diversified financial institutions, foundations, family offices, individual investors, NGOs, and religious institutions. So these are the people who invest in impact projects, and we can definitely approach them if we have any idea on the impact projects. Let us talk about financial performance of impact investing. Many of the investors have diverse financial returns expectations from impact investments. So basically, they pursue market competitiveness and market beating returns. A large majority of the investors surveyed reported that their investments have either met or exceeded their expectations for both financial performance and the impact. And the preferred sector for investments are job opportunities, economic growth, renewable energy, poverty reduction, gender equality, climate control, good health, and food security. Talking about myths and misconception about impact investing. So there are few investors new to the impact investing worry about that the market is not fit or not right for them because of a number of myths or the misconception. So first of all, they are worried about can my investment, can my financial return, which I am expecting, can those impact investment projects, can they meet those expectations? So there is a body called GIIN, that is Global Impact Investing Network. So as per their survey, 87% of the impact investors targeting market returns, they reported that their expectations either met or exceeded. The second question is it hard to measure the impact? So if they are investing, whether there is an actual positive impact on the social or the environment. So while it is true that the impact assessment or the investor's priority will differ case to case basis, and following classifications can be used to measure the impact and get results of strategy. What outcomes the business contributions to how important they are to the stakeholders who experience the outcome and how underserved that they were before. So there are many tools available now where we can definitely do impact assessment and find out whether my projects have really contributed to the society. There are few success stories, rather large scale success stories in India who have contributed to the society and the environment through private investment. So one is the Narayana Health case where it is a healthcare and the investors there were many investors outside India, in India as well, with the private sector involvement was the main. And the amount raised was $48 million. It's a low cost healthcare solution to more than 2 million patients, especially the underserved community. And it has created a lot of good business opportunities, job opportunities for the local people, and it has been doing extremely good. And the second example is Amul, where it was the 8th largest milk processor in the world. It was created with the movement of farmers and the partners. The farmers have become the partner in the model. It has created huge impact in terms of white revolution when it started. So taking these two examples, in fact, these are the examples which are part of Harvard studies also now. And definitely these are large scale, but there are small projects also which can make a difference in the local community, local environment. Coming to CapSavvy involvement in the impact projects, we have been actively involved in a lot of impact projects, which include environmental impact. There is a company called Elegante who is doing processing of plastic waste, which manufactures the oil out of it. So it's a direct impact on the environment. Then there are few water projects, water conservation projects, and education, value education also that we are involved with that in terms of funding and advising them. Then there are few projects where we are working with a company where replacement to plastic bags. So they are the paper bags manufacturer. Then rural e-commerce also, which is involving the local kirana store, that is the pop and mom kirana stores. Then there is a project where we are involved who is into controlling the fluoride from the water. And the rural population and financial and insurance tech support, where a lot of regional efficiency or the regional language barrier come into play. So people have created a platform where regional language barrier can be eliminated with tech support. So coming to the key success factors of impact investment is quite similar to regular investing. The only difference is making sure that the company that we are investing, it has a positive social impact. So the key factors for taking care of the remaining and the more or less the expect the same as they would be for the regular investment. So either you are the investor or you are the promoter for impact investment, the key success factors remain the same. Except that the impact assessment should be a regular exercise for all those projects. So invest in a company that we have studied about, make sure that that we know the company's objective and inner working before we invest. If we don't have the possibility to nullify whole purpose of the implementation, will one side of the coin. And assess your risk taking ability before investing in anything. Then the next is diversify your portfolio, not just into impact investment project, but also into the other sector as well. And the most important is monitor your investment with respect to the impact, social impact, and the environmental effects. So that means you need to have complete tracking, the MIS system, the discussion with the promoters, or discussion with the stakeholders in terms of the ground impact with your projects. That's all from my side. Thank you very much once again. And if at all any questions are there, my contact details are there. That is info@capsavvy.com, and my mobile number is also there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anil, for that wonderful session on impact investment. And thanks for sharing the key success factors of impact investment as well.